Hi, Tootsie Carlson here. I've got my Spinal Tap Smell the Glove album cover t-shirt on, so that can only mean we're talking about Spinal Tap today. At long last, the Criterion Collection has finally regained the rights to release This Is Spinal Tap. They put it on Laserdisc and DVD a long time ago, and now, from Criterion, we have a 4K release of this classic mockumentary, or, if you will, rockumentary. I'm going to unbox this release and share my opinions. Simple to the point cover art with our three heroes there, kind of mimicking the Queen Bohemian Rhapsody video. I like the way that looks. Top of the box and bottom of the box are just blank. There's the spine, other spine. This is number 12 in the Criterion Collection. Again, the spine number is pretty low because this is a movie they released long ago. On this side, we've got the Spinal Tap logo. There's the spine text. On this side, we have Stonehenge made from Marshall amps, which it's a little small, but I'm guessing they go up to 11 rather than 10. Criterion always gives us an insert. In this case, it's actually done in the style of a music magazine, so I like the way that looks. There's an ad for the Smell the Glove album on the back, complete with a shot of the cover. We have credits here. There's an essay by someone named Alex Papademos. You even have the little exclusive photo insert like they did in music magazines back in the day. Here you even have reprints of the reviews from the film as read out loud by Marty DeBurgi in the movie to the members of the band. Their ad-libbed reactions to said reviews are, of course, quite hilarious. Back cover has info on special thanks to the master, and you got plenty of Spinal Tap logos on that side. We get 3 discs in this package. We get the film on 4K Ultra High Def. The discs are all done in the style of amplifier knobs that go to 11, of course. We have Blu-ray 1, which is everything that's on the 4K disc, but in 1080p. And then we have Blu-ray 2, which is the bulk of the bonus features. Under the disc, we have the band logo and a lightning strike, very heavy metal looking. Spinal Tap has come to be recognized as England's loudest and most punctual band. In this legendary rockumentary, This Is Spinal Tap, now beautifully restored, Nigel Tufnell, David St. Hubbins, and Derek Smalls embark on their final American tour, with filmmaker Marty DeBurgi capturing all the mishaps, creative tensions, dwindling crowds, and ill-fated drummers. This Is Spinal Tap takes DeBurgi's brilliant verite style and turns it up to 11. Is there anything that can be said about This Is Spinal Tap that hasn't already been said? I mean, it's one of the most endlessly quotable movies ever made, done in the style of a mock documentary, which at the time was largely an unheard of concept. Nowadays, that's pretty much become a genre of film unto itself. The movie stars Christopher Guest, Michael McKean, and Harry Shearer as an aging rock band on the road who, of course, are completely oblivious to the fact that their fan base is completely dwindling and their albums haven't gotten the best reviews. Filmmaker Marty DeBurgi, portrayed by Rob Reiner, who also directed the film, is along for the ride, documenting everything that goes on the tour. And needless to say, Mr. DeBurgi gets more than he bargained for, from mishaps backstage involving catering, getting lost in arenas, malfunctions of equipments on stage, and, of course, a Stonehenge monument that's made 18 inches tall rather than 18 feet tall. The movie just has so many classic moments. In many ways, it almost plays out like a series of comedic sketches, but they all come together to form one coherent whole storyline. I mean, it's really more about the pieces than the whole here, but those pieces are executed so well. They're so hilarious. And what's truly amazing here is the comedians who star in the film actually played and performed all of this music themselves. I mean, they didn't hire separate professional musicians. They're actually capable of playing this material. And that is truly remarkable and a testament to just how far the whole Spinal Tap thing has gone. Even though Spinal Tap is technically a fictional band, these guys did portray the members in some other works, including an episode of The Simpsons, a Royal Albert Hall concert on TV in the 90s, and even some actual live concerts, including festivals and the like. Recently, we just got the release in theaters of Spinal Tap 2, The End Continues, which features the ongoing saga of these three. Even well into old age, they still think they're rock gods of sorts, but we as an audience know better. It's hard to believe it's been 41 years since this film came out, but all these years later, it still goes up to 11. There's even a who's who of guest stars in the movie, including the likes of Dana Carvey, Billy Crystal, Howard Hessman, Paul Schaefer, Fran Drescher, and even rock singer Paul Shortino. So, how does Spinal Tap look for its 4K Ultra High Def debut? The film was restored in 4K, and it actually was shown for a few nights in theaters a few months ago in anticipation of the release of Spinal Tap 2, The End Continues. As long as you understand from the beginning, this is not the kind of movie that's ever going to be absolutely glorious, razor sharp, super colorful. It is a pretty solid restoration, and I don't think longtime fans will be disappointed. Understandably, some scenes of the movie look pretty murky and soft. That's just because it was shot in this handheld faux documentary style. But the Dolby Vision does give a nice boost to some of the darker scenes, particularly concert scenes where you have neon lighting and such on stage, and that really puts it above its 1080p counterpart. Spinal Tap does get a pretty solid restoration here. My only real complaint in regard to the restoration is they did not include the original Embassy Pictures logo at the beginning of the film, and I really wish they'd kept that for authenticity's sake. As far as bonus features go, we get almost everything that's been on prior releases of the film, including over an hour's worth of deleted scenes, and even a few new ones that are new to this release. We get some footage from the early 1990s return of Spinal Tap live at the Royal Albert Hall release, interview clips from that. Sadly, we don't get the actual full-length concert here, which would have been nice. It had concert clips, it had interview clips with a Where Are They Now featurette for where the guys in the band are, and even some fun celebrity cameos, including a scene involving Robin Williams that unfortunately has not aged too well. Sadly, most of that stuff's not included here, but we do get a lot of other stuff, including mock commercials. We get the original theatrical trailers, including the infamous cheese rolling ones. There's some new interviews here, including ones that were done back in 2009 around the time the Back from the Dead album came out. There's a new interview that has Patton Oswalt. And there are 3 commentary tracks on this release. There's the cast commentary and the crew commentary, both of which were on the original Criterion Laserdisc and DVD and have never been reissued until now. We also get the in-character commentary that appeared on MGM's old DVD and Blu-ray. Now, there are a few things missing here, unfortunately, including, like I said, that 1990s Royal Albert Hall concert. We just get those excerpts from the interviews. It also does not include the auto show episode of The Simpsons where they reprise their roles as Spinal Tap, Harry Shearer, of course, being a regular on that animated sitcom. One other minor complaint, I do wish they had included a copy of the soundtrack on CD. And it is missing the stuff that was on the bonus DVD that came with the Blu-ray, including a live festival performance and commercials for a Stonehenge documentary in which Christopher Guest reprises his role as Nigel Tufnell. Christopher Guest, of course, would go on to create several more mockumentaries, but this is Spinal Tap is where it all began. It's one of my all-time favorite films. I love rock and roll, I love comedy, and this is the one movie that brings them together in perfect form. Absolute highest recommendations for this 4K release of This Is Spinal Tap from the Criterion Collection. How about you? Are you a fan of This Is Spinal Tap? Is it your favorite movie ever made about rock and roll? What's your favorite song? What's your favorite scene? Who's your favorite band member? Celebrity cameo? Comment down below and let me know what you think. Also, remember to subscribe to this channel for more content. I'm always posting new videos. And make sure you give this one a like if you found it helpful. I'm Taylor T. Carlson. See you next time.